Have you ever felt your emotions spiral out of control, leaving you overwhelmed by anger and frustration? Imagine meeting someone who could offer you the wisdom to tame these turbulent feelings. What if that someone was none other than Gautama Buddha himself? Today, we'll uncover a timeless story shared by Buddha that reveals the secret to mastering our emotions and finding inner peace. Stay with us and learn how you can transform your life. This ancient wisdom. Before we dive into Buddha's insightful story, let's reflect on our own experiences. Think about a time when your emotions got the best of you. Perhaps it was a moment of intense anger or deep frustration. These feelings can often cloud our judgment and lead to actions we later regret. But what if there was a way to manage these emotions effectively? What if the key to a peaceful mind lies in a simple yet profound lesson from Buddha himself? Let's explore this journey together. Once upon a time, a man struggling with uncontrollable anger and frustration sought the wisdom of Gautama Buddha. This man, overwhelmed by his emotions, desperately wanted to find peace and control over his reaction. As he sat before Buddha, he felt a mix of hope and curiosity, eager for the guidance that could transform his life. Buddha welcomed him with a serene smile and asked him to sit comfortably. "I understand your struggle," Buddha began, "and I want to share a story that might help you. There was once a powerful king who ruled a prosperous kingdom. One day, seeking wisdom, he decided to visit a neighboring kingdom, renowned for its wise and revered king. The visiting king was received with great honor, and a grand feast was prepared in his honor. During the feast, the visiting king noticed a fly in his soup. Disgusted and angered, he demanded another bowl of soup, unable to tolerate the presence of the tiny fly. Observing this, the wise king of the neighboring kingdom gently spoke, "Your Majesty, please do not let such a small thing ruin your mood. It is not the fly that disturbs you, but your reaction to it." At first, the visiting king was taken aback. But as he pondered the wise king's words, he realized the profound truth they held. He understood that his reaction to the fly was a reflection of his inner state, not the situation itself. This realization marked a turning point in his life. From that day forward, the visiting king practiced the art of not reacting impulsively to trivial annoyances. He discovered that by maintaining his composure, even in challenging situations, he could think more clearly and make better decisions. His kingdom thrived under his newfound wisdom, and he became known as a just and fair ruler. Buddha paused, letting the story sink in. The man listened intently, feeling a sense of resonance with the king's journey. He realized that, like the king, his reactions were often disproportionate to the events that triggered them. He had the power to change this. The power to control your emotions lies within you. Buddha continued, "It is not the external circumstances that define your peace, but your inner response to them. Practice mindfulness and awareness. When you feel anger rising, take a moment to breathe and observe your thoughts. Do not let your emotions control you. Instead, let them pass without judgment." Inspired by Buddha's words, the man committed to practicing mindfulness. He started with small steps, observing his reactions and taking deep breaths when faced with anger or frustration. Over time, he found himself becoming calmer, more composed, and better able to handle life's challenges. This story of the king and the wisdom of Buddha became his guiding light, helping him transform his emotional turmoil into inner peace and clarity. And so, he walked away from Buddha's presence with a heart full of gratitude and a mind equipped with the tools for a more serene and mindful life. Let me share a modern story that might resonate with you. There was a young man named Michael who was quick to react impulsively, often leading to arguments and hurt feelings. Realizing the harm it caused, Michael decided to change. He began practicing mindfulness and meditation, becoming more aware of his thoughts and emotions. Whenever faced with a situation that would typically trigger his anger, Michael paused, took deep breaths, and assessed calmly. Initially, it was challenging, but over time, he noticed a positive shift. His relationships improved, and he became known for his calm demeanor. One day, a friend came to Michael for advice, feeling overwhelmed and upset. Michael listened attentively, offering words of comfort. His friend, grateful for the support, remarked on Michael's calmness. Michael responded, "It's not that I don't feel anger or frustration, but I've learned to control my emotions rather than let them control me. Michael's story teaches us that mindfulness and the art of not reacting impulsively can transform our lives. It's about acknowledging our emotions, taking a step back, and responding with intention. This practice not only improves our relationships but also enhances our overall well-being. Reflecting on the profound teachings of Buddha, we discover a timeless roadmap to inner peace and emotional mastery. Buddha's wisdom on managing anger and resentment through mindfulness and self-awareness resonates across centuries, offering profound lessons for navigating life's challenges. Buddha likened holding on to anger to grasping a hot coal with the intent of throwing it at someone else. It is we who get burned. This analogy underscores the self-destructive nature of harboring negative emotions. Instead, Buddha advocated for the transformative power of mindfulness, practice of being fully present and aware of our thoughts, feelings, and sensations without judgment. In Buddhist philosophy, true strength lies in mastering oneself. This mastery begins with understanding the root causes of anger and cultivating compassion towards oneself and others. By recognizing that anger often stems from unmet expectations, fear, or past hurts, we can respond with wisdom and empathy rather than react impulsively. Ancient stories of kings and sages illustrate this wisdom in action. Kings who ruled with justice and compassion, such as Emperor Ashoka of India, embraced Buddhist principles to govern not only their kingdoms but also their inner lives. Their stories serve as reminders that inner peace and outer harmony are interconnected. They emanate from a heart grounded in mindfulness and compassion. Consider Michael's journey, a modern-day allegory of transformation. Through the practice of mindfulness and letting go of attachments, Michael found liberation from chronic anger and resentment. His story mirrors Buddha's teachings on the liberation that comes from releasing the grip of negative emotions and embracing a path of peace. So, when faced with the rising tide of anger, remember, you possess the power to choose your response. Take a mindful pause, breathe deeply, and observe the emotions without being consumed by them. This practice not only cultivates inner resilience, but also fosters deeper connections and harmony in relationships. In embodying these teachings, you embark on a profound journey of self-discovery and transformation. A journey where every mindful breath brings you closer to the boundless peace and happiness Buddha envisioned for all beings.